Coming up, the latest on that cyber attack that shut down Flagstaff schools at the beginning of this month. Plus, it may look like graffiti, but it's actually art. We'll explain. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Raina Steffen.
And I'm Mitchell McKenzie. Thanks for tuning in.
School has been in session for weeks now in Flagstaff, but the school district is still dealing with the effects of a cyber attack from earlier this month. Classes were even canceled for a couple of days.
Ashley Myshak has been following the story. Ashley, cleaning up this mess is a still work in progress, isn't it?
That's right. On September 4th, employees reported signs that an attack was made on FUSD's computer network, and the district immediately took action.
Upon inspection, IT figured out that we did have ransomware in our systems. At that point, we were very focused on a containment strategy. We worked with our incident command team and decided that we had to make some decisions in terms of pulling some systems offline. By 3 o'clock, we had realized that we needed to enhance our containment strategy, and that included turning off and basically breaking the internet access.
FUSD had to make the tough decision to cancel school for the next 2 days until they could get the most important systems back online. The superintendent put out a statement saying students can plan to have a few extra school days in April in order to replace the 2 days missed because of the attack. Superintendent Michael Penka also thanked technicians and volunteers who helped contain the ransomware, and district spokesman Zachary Fountain says the community really pulled together to help.
And really, that's the best part of Flagstaff, right? Whether it's a wildfire, it's a flood, it's a cyber attack, people are willing to step up and help one another.
And if you are wondering, no, Fountain says the ransom was never paid, nor do they plan to pay it in the future. As of now, he says the ransomware is contained, and experts continue working to bring every computer system back online. Ashley Myshak, NAZ Today.
Prescott firefighters are investigating the cause of a blaze that heavily damaged an abandoned building near Granite Creek Park on Monday. Heavy flames prevented firefighters from entering the 100-year-old multi-story building, so they attacked the fire from outside. They also had to deal with a live, broken power line that was sparking until utility crews turned off the power. No one was hurt. In other news, sheriff's deputies are asking for help locating a missing man. 42-year-old Ryan Carey was last seen in the late afternoon on September 13th, walking south on Highway 89 near the Indian Gardens Cafe in Oak Creek Canyon. Carey was last wearing a black-green vest with black combat boots, wearing 2 wide silver bracelets on each arm, and was carrying a green military-style backpack. If you have any information about Ryan Carey, please contact the Coconino County Sheriff's Office or call Silent Witness at the numbers below.
The Flagstaff City Council has approved a plan to replace the bridge on 4th Street that stretches over Interstate 40. The original bridge will be demolished and a new bridge will be built in its place with an additional 20 feet added on either side to improve cyclist and pedestrian mobility around the city. Flagstaff and the Arizona Department of Transportation will be splitting the cost, paying $6.1 million each. Well, the Beasley Gallery in the NAU Fine Arts Building is hosting an exhibit called the Wall Draw Show because anyone can come in and just draw on the walls. NAZ Today's Montgomery Glazer has the story.
Senior arts lecturer and gallery coordinator Christopher Taylor has been running the event since 2010. He says that drawing is a form of expression most of us give up on by the time we become adults.
For most of us, we've been drawing since we've been little, and that maybe we stopped drawing along the way. And so it's just my hope that this just allows people to, just embrace their creative individuality, and then also have the gallery be a welcoming space. Bring your friends, come on by, check it out.
In order to remain inclusive to those who casually doodle rather than paint, Taylor takes it upon himself to teach each volunteer the basics of ink.
If you take a little ink in a cup and then you fill it with some water and you thin it out, it looks gray. It's still the same ink, it's just less of a pigment load and it's just more water. And then you can work light to dark. So in some of these you can see how people have rendered or kind of gave some shadowing to some objects.
The exhibit ends later this month with a new exhibit coming in October.
So we hold about 3 shows a semester. So the next show is a student jury show, and then it's the BFA show, so the students who are graduating with their BFA degrees.
The gallery is letting people draw on the wall until September 26th. A final reveal will take place on the 27th from 5 to 7 p.m. Montgomery Glazer, NAZ Today.
Every Tuesday, we choose an outstanding educator in Northern Arizona to feature as our Teacher of the Week. We kick off the semester tonight.
That's right, we'll visit the Flagstaff Junior Academy Middle School. NAZ Today's Paige Kenny is here to tell us about Eli Chapman, a teacher who values creativity and appreciates curiosity in her students. Paige?
That's right. Eli Chapman's goal is to make subjects like math and science a little less intimidating. I got a chance to watch her class do a project involving potatoes and fungus. This is one of the many projects that she says help make her students want to learn.
In Eli Chapman's 5th grade classroom, students are creative in various aspects of their lives, especially math and science.
I found that with math, there's a level of intimidation that can come into play. And if you are curious about the answer to a problem, it will prevent intimidation from causing a headache, ultimately a stomach ache and nausea. And so being able to have a relationship with the subject matter, that you are creating your own questions or seeing interesting ways to answer them, that's very positive, and it applies across the board throughout life as well.
Curiosity may have killed the cat, but here in Mrs. Chapman's classroom, it's quite the opposite.
The environment of my classroom that I try to create is one that's based on kind of exploration, inquiry, creativity, thinking about life as a set of puzzle pieces that you can put together in a variety of ways, depending on what you explore in your life.
But Chapman's enthusiasm is not just limited to the classroom. Even her coworkers have picked up on this.
I've been involved in a couple conversations, whether it's with students or not, where she just shows a great deal of interest in the world around her, and she's able to spark that curiosity in her students.
With her students curious and eager to learn, Chapman is able to squeeze more subjects into class projects.
So then you've got science, math, art, technology, and engineering all into one unit.
Caring, enthusiastic, and genuine, Eli Chapman is our Teacher of the Week.
Our year is off to a great start, and if you know of any teachers you would like to nominate for Teacher of the Week, message us on Facebook or email us at newsroom@naztoday.com. Paige Kenny, NAZ Today.
Flagstaff firefighters took on Flag Police last night in a competition that raised appetites and money for a good cause. They were challenged to eat a full rack of ribs, an 8-ounce steak, a loaded baked potato, and a loaded sweet potato in an effort to raise donations for the Northern Arizona Toy Drive and the Arizona Burn Foundation.
What happened tonight was an exhibition bout with the police. It was a 5-on-5 rib eating contest. See who could clear their plates the fastest. Despite our best efforts, we were unsuccessful, and the police won and they got the gold.
People lined up to the parking lot looking to get a piece of the action. Lots of folks had a fun time, all while supporting a good cause.
Coming up, a teenage climate activist inspires global protests, including one in Flagstaff. Stay with us.
Well, it is officially the second day of fall, and we have already seen snow. Looking over here at the Snow Bowl. Already snow on top of the mountain. What does that mean for the rest of the forecast? We'll tell you more coming up.
Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac is giving you 4 ways to save. 1. Make no payments for 90 days. 2. Interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months. 3. Huge discounts up to $11,000. 4. $2,000 minimum on your trade, even if it's not starting, leaking oil, rough riding, or a gas hog. Or get up to 110% of Kelley Blue Book for a trade in great condition. The 2018s have got to go.
Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac.
Does not include tax, license, title, and dock fees. Kelley Blue Book based on fair market value minus reconditioning. Not all offers can be combined.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Meals on Wheels gives me a chance to be totally selfless. More than the food itself, a lot of seniors don't have family. So just to have someone to talk to, just to say, hey, how was your day? That means so much more than a meal could ever mean. We have to look outside of ourselves to be that lifeline to other people. It's worth it.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced today that a formal impeachment inquiry has begun against President Trump. The Speaker has been under increased pressure to support impeachment because of the recent scandal involving President Trump and the Ukraine.
The actions taken to date by the President have seriously violated the Constitution, especially when the President says, Article 2 says I can do whatever I want.
The impeachment drive follows Trump's now apparent push to have the Ukrainian government investigate former Vice President Joe Biden's son, Hunter, who had business dealings in the country. The president says there was no quid pro quo involved in his dealings with the Ukrainian president.
A Swedish teenager has become the unlikely leader of a worldwide movement to fight climate change. She gave an emotional speech at the UN Climate Summit on Monday.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Greta Thunberg organized a worldwide climate change strike spanning 150 countries, including the U.S. Flagstaff is one of 8 locations in Arizona to participate in the protests, which aim to raise awareness about the threats posed by climate change. NAZ Today's Quanah Arnold was at the protest on Friday and has this report.
Local congressional candidate Eva Putsova says the leadership of this country needs to change when it comes to climate change legislation.
We cannot afford any hesitancy. We cannot afford timid leadership when it comes to the issue of our generation, perhaps issue of this civilization.
NAU students Taylor Hall and Maddie Defoe say they are fighting to change the world.
The goal is just to come together as one and to make a difference, and I think difference comes in numbers, so the more people out here, the better it's going to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say just don't let this be a thing for today. Make this kind of a lifestyle and remember like what we're fighting for, not just to stand around with picket signs, but to make it into like how you live your life and how you want to change the world.
Local pastor and community leader Charlie McCauley says the people of Flagstaff have always valued the importance of protecting the environment.
The thing that makes us love this town is that it's in the middle of some of the most incredible earthly beauty that anyone can imagine. People travel from all over the world, and so it should be core to who we believe as people who live in Flagstaff, in the deepest parts of our bones, that this earth is a gift that we have to cherish and protect.
Flagstaff residents joined thousands of people across the world, including 16-year-old Greta Thunberg, demanding action on the climate crisis. Quanah Arnold, NAZ Today.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
Well, as I said, we have snow already on the mountains and the higher elevations over at Snow Bowl. Some snow on top of there, which means it is getting colder, which personally makes me very happy because I love fall, and we can see that in our temperatures for today. Looking at our daily almanac, high of 66 degrees. That means our temperatures are getting lower, and that makes me so excited. We have an average around 70, which means not unseasonably cold, but not on average either, with a high record of 85 degrees and 47. Pretty intense. Glad I wasn't around for that, but I was around for the low record 25, 2017. Not a good day, in the morning at least. And we had some precipitation for today, looking at our average, or rather since January 1st, about an inch higher than our regular precipitation. As you can see down there, and days are getting shorter. You can see that with the sunsets. So excited. Looking around the state, we see colder temperatures, 86 in Hopi, 84 in Page, 88 in Phoenix. It's even cooling off in Phoenix. So, I mean, I might even take a trip down there once or twice this year. 66 in Payson, 73 Winslow. Basically, overall theme is a lot colder around the state, but it's not going to stay that way exactly. We're going to see it getting a little higher later, but we're going to cover that later. Looking right now, temperature 63 currently with mostly clear skies, some clouds, which is kind of ominous. It's teasing what is yet to come, which is maybe a little bit of rain. But looking at outside right now, east 10-mile-an-hour wind. It's about that time of year that wind chill starts to affect what you're going to wear and everything. It's going to start feeling colder than the temperatures that are forecasted, so be sure to keep that in mind when you're looking at your outfits. 44 degrees for our temperature for tonight. Partly cloudy with wind gusts up to about 18 miles an hour. Sunset getting earlier at 6:21 p.m. That is right, more darkness, less light. It's officially fall, spooky season, Halloween. Very excited. Hey, no, I haven't said it at all today. Tomorrow, we're going to see the high go up just a little bit to 71 degrees, a little bit of thunderstorms. We're going to see that trend continue throughout the week as the week goes on. More and more rain. I'm sure we've already seen that lately, and we're going to keep seeing it later on. Maybe some more snow in the higher elevations. We'll see about that with the sunrise at 6:17 p.m. So, of course, early risers, keep that in mind. Forecast temperatures around the state, 71 in Flagstaff, 82 Sedona, 90 in Phoenix, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, I know. 80 in Winslow, Kingman, 85 degrees, warming up by about a temperature or two, but really nothing too significant, nothing to be worried about. It's just around that time of year, we're going to start wearing sweaters in the morning, short sleeve throughout the day, but that's going to change as the year goes on. As a matter of fact, as the week goes on, looking at our 5-day forecast over here, 71 degrees tomorrow, back down to 65 degrees on Thursday with some thunderstorms, 68 on Friday, 67, 65 Saturday and Sunday. Basically, overall trend of 60s throughout the week, lower temperature of, or lower chance rather, of thunderstorms Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. but still possible. So keep that in mind. It's pretty, I'm excited. I mean, I have, maybe I'll bring in my favorite Mr. Rogers sweaters to wear.
I would absolutely love you to wear those sweaters into work. And I'm really excited for a little bit of rain because it's just been really dry and we've had those forest fires. But I don't want it to rain this weekend because I might be going camping, which will be super fun.
Well, luckily, I mean, rain is going to last through afternoon, maybe after midnight, nighttime, probably less rain.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you, Aaron. All right, Nadia, what's going on in sports?
Well, at least for sports, we're staying inside. We're talking volleyball and football coming up after the break.
Your son wants to get a cat,
I'll really take care of it.
but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes twice a day. They have the time.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Heard about the scarecrow who won an award? He was outstanding in his field.
Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your sports reporter, Nadia Armenta. Jumping right in, we are talking Flagstaff volleyball. The Eagles are on a 5-game winning streak and are claiming #1 in the region right now. The Eagles hope to continue that in tonight's matchup against Bradshaw Mountain, with the help of outside hitter 15, Graceland NAZ, reaching an all-time high of 16 kills in their last game. The Eagles have an amazing offense. Hopefully the Eagles can move on to a 6-game win streak and maintain their #1 spot in the Grand Canyon region. Moving on to college sports, seems like NAU volleyball has been on a roller coaster this season. The Lumberjacks are looking to bounce back and break their meager 2-game losing streak, but on the bright side, they are moving on to conference play. Weber State is looking to extend their 5-game winning streak and get their first W to start the Big Sky Conference matchups. NAU volleyball will play Weber State at 6:30 this Thursday in the Roll Activity Center. Moving on to the gridiron, NAU football will be on the road for their 2nd week in a row. They will face Montana State University, which was ranked to finish #5 in the Big Sky preseason poll. Although NAU lost to Illinois State this past weekend, the Lumberjacks have a lot to look forward to. Senior quarterback Case Cookis became the 5th quarterback in NAU history to reach 9,000 career passing yards. Senior running back Joe Logan has scored 5 touchdowns, all on swing or screen passes. In each of the last 2 games, the Lumberjacks have struggled to find rhythm in their running game. But as the season goes on, they continue to show a little more each game. Good luck to NAU football as they head to Montana State this Friday to face the Bobcats. Kickoff is at noon for the Lumberjacks. As infielder Ketel Marte's season comes to an end due to an injury, so does the wild card hunt for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The 9-7 loss against the St. Louis Cardinals has officially eliminated the Diamondbacks from advancing this season. However, the fans saw a familiar face as Paul Goldschmidt returned to the mound for the Cardinals and hit his 100 Chase Field home run. The Arizona Diamondbacks play the Cardinals at 6:40 tonight in the Chase Field ballpark.
I mean, unfortunately for those Arizona Diamondbacks, not being able to clinch that spot, it hurts. Big baseball guy, but any football, 2-0 at home, they're just looking really good right now.
They are, and surprisingly enough, the Arizona Diamondbacks paid respect to Paul Goldschmidt after coming. He was with the Diamondbacks for 8 years. 8 seasons, That's a lot of time to be with an organization and then get traded off.
And he definitely deserved it.
Exactly.
Thank you, Nadia.
Thanks for that, you two. We'll be right back with another look at weather when we come back.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
I already knew that I was gonna go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science, become the mayor or something, make the situation better for other people. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Well, like I said earlier, cooler temperatures throughout the week, high 60s, mid 60s, some rain. But really the headline today was that there was snow on the Snow Bowl. We're already seeing snow, first day of fall.
You're right, and because yesterday was the first official day of fall, we've already seen a lot of snow here. There's a lot of snow at Snow Bowl, and overall it's snow up north a little bit.
3/4 of an inch, I believe, too.
Yes.
That's what they reported.
That's right. And I'm just really excited to be able to go snowboarding and get up there on those hills. So check out all this Snow Bowl footage. Lots of snow.
Oh yeah, and I mean, they're not saying early season yet, but I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm hopeful personally.
I've never gone to Snow Bowl, but I'd love to get up there and...
We could go sledding or something.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Learn to ski, snowboard. Never done that, so...
Talking about a retreat here?
Let's do it. I'm so down.
Absolutely do it. That's something that I'd love to do. Well, thank you so much for watching tonight. You can check out all of our content at naztoday.com. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Wow.